really sucks is when you hurt your rib. It can make breathing painful, which, breathing obviously being something you have to do, so it caused some sleepless nights, but I'm on the mend. I'm feeling better. But yeah, it's really hard to like whisper and keep my breath, and like today is the first day. I don't even feel like fully capable. I'm gonna do my best to kind of make this video, but yeah, I am on the mend though, so I am feeling better. But yeah, a big part of why I've been gone, at least for the past month, is I'm still recovering. Which is bad timing because I had just taken a break and was coming back when the injury happened. But yeah, I guess I can kind of catch you up to where I'm at with 14. The good thing about a rib injury is I've basically not been able to do anything for quite a while, which means I've been able to put a lot of time into Final Fantasy 14. And I have leveled my Dragoon, my Reaper, I'm probably gonna have to edit that out. There are a lot of different side effects of the rib injury, and I've been burping a lot lately, so I think it's just, I don't know, like, I think it's mainly because I'm like avoiding coughing and stuff. I don't know, I'm just like, I think I'm doing weird stuff with like my diaphragm and like lungs and stuff, which is causing me to like burp a lot. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to edit that out. But I have fully leveled my Dragoon, Reaper, Dancer, Machinist, Summoner, all level 100. I have Gunbreaker, Warrior, and Dark Knight to level 100, and all of my healers are level 100. I think I've done like a glam showcase before, and in that glam showcase, I probably did. Well, I guess I can show you my Summoner. So my Summoner, the helmet is from the Abyssos raids, the Endwalker Abyssos raids. So it's the raid gear from Endwalker in the, I guess there's what, 3 tiers of the raids. There's Asphodelphos, Abyssos, and then I forget the last one, Anabasios. It's right there actually on screen. So this helmet is from Abyssos, so it's like the second tier of the Endwalker raids. So essentially the middle 4, because raids are in, there's 12 raids, and they come in sets of 4, 3 sets of 4. So that's what the helmet is from. It's raid gear from that raid. The chest gear is available on Wolf's Den Pier. It's a PvP gear. You have to get, it's trophies. It's not wolf marks though. So you trade in trophies and you get this gear, and then the pants and or I should say the leg and the foot armor are both Bone Wicca. So they're from a dungeon. I think the Bone Wicca is oh man. Let me see. It's a dungeon. I'll know it when I see it. Not Shadowbringers. Was it Stormblood? Swallow's Compass. I think it was Swallow's Compass. Is where it was from. Yeah, so both of those are from Swallow's Compass. But I think oh yeah, and then I have the Heaven's Ward Relic Weapon. That's the whole reason for the outfit, because like, the horns kind of match the wings. You know, these wings have like this like, I don't know. It's like this, what's the word? Like iridescent or something. I don't know. But they have this like very glowy purple vibe that's like ethereal, or I saw this headgear. This is also from a dungeon. I forget what dungeon this is from. I think it's not. Maybe this was Swallow's Compass. Nugumal Dark, the Burn. What was this from? Malika's Well? No. Not Matoya's Relict. Maybe it was the Hero's Gauntlet. I could look it up. So you know, Shadowless. Shadowless Mask Offending is from the Hero's Gauntlet. Yeah, so it was the Hero's Gauntlet. So I found this, and I just really liked the way it looked, like for a Dark Knight. And actually, I saw a few glams that used it, and there's like a dress or like a gown that you can get for your character if you actually get married in game. And like this with that looked so cool. Like it was like this very like haunting bride vibe that I really liked. But I don't want to start the marriage quest. You have to have somebody to do the marriage quest with, and I basically play this game alone now because none of my friends play anymore. So I kind of went with as close to like that vibe as I could get, but also with like a Dark Knight-y vibe. So I wanted to do like with this veil. I think like a long skirt gown type thing works best because it just kind of all flows together. So yeah, so I wanted to do like a long gown. The long gown itself, I initially just did like a regular long skirt, but I didn't really like how it like looked because it looked too fine. And I really like how this has like this like like this ruined or like broken, like kind of like torn and frayed bottom. I really like that vibe, so I got this from Ralger's Reach. You can do like a resistance token trade-in. By trade, you could just buy like weapons or something on the market board and trade them in for tokens. You take the tokens, trade it in. So that's where that's where the skirt is from. It's like the augmented true linen skirt offending. The armor, the torso armor, body armor, is, I think it's the augmented hellfire armor offending, which you can just trade in for tomestones, I think, in Idleshire. It's not like the highest level, so like when you go there, obviously, take a look around. I think it's like one of the lower level tombstone trade-ins. And then I think I just did like the Lakeland Greaves, because they just kind of worked. And I had them. And then, oh yeah, and then I worked my ass off, so these are also the Bone Wicca, just because, like, look at how sick that is. Like, all the grinding I did for the Bone Wicca stuff, I did for this, and, like, you can't even see it, but I know that it's there, and that's what's important. But it looks so good. I think it's so fucking cool, so, like, no one will ever notice. But, man, oh man, I think that looks so cool. Like, the whole vibe of my Dark Knight. I started playing Dark Knight a lot just because I love my glam so much. And, honestly, since they made the changes to Dark Knight, I like Dark Knight a lot more. They're basically unkillable. Basically, all these skills turn from magic defense only to physical and magic, and like you're like very unkillable. I mean, that being said, I play Dark Knight mostly in raids, and in raids, most tanks are, unless you really fuck up, or there's like some sort of doom mechanic that you can't avoid. You're basically unkillable as a tank anyway. But yeah, that's Dark Knight. I think I've shown you Warrior and Gunbreaker. I've shown you Astro, Sage. Oh, White Mage. My White Mage has changed since last time you guys saw him. So yeah, my White Mage was my Slutmog, but Snow White mage. It's a very like snowy outfit. The one thing is the headgear. I think I could do better headgear wise. I just don't know what to do yet. I'm also the weapon is gonna be changing. It's gonna turn into the Zodiac weapon. I'm working on the Zodiac weapon because it's really a grind. So that's what I'm working on right now. And then Scholar, I think, is unchanged. I think you guys had seen Scholar, though. Actually, I wonder, because I have the 2B boots, did I get the Bone Wicca healing? And I don't know. Actually, I think the healing Bone Wicca foot armor has those claws, and the claws might not work. Maybe the 2B boots are just better. But yeah, this is my Sage. I'm sorry, not Sage, Scholar. But I think I've shown you Scholar before, and it's remained largely unchanged. Oh, and then I gotta show you my Paladin. My Paladin. Sorry. That hurt. My Paladin looks really cool. Alright, so where are you? There you are. Lakeland. Did I not get the... I must not have gotten the, Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that... I'll stay the same. This is my Paladin. It's Link. I'm so happy with it. I wish the sword was dyeable. That really does look like a very good, like, sword that Link would have. That does look like, not like, it could be like Master Sword or something else, but like, if only it was dyeable. Because, like, if these parts were able to be dyed blue, like, that would be basically the Master Sword. Maybe give it, like, a little aura, whatever you want to call it, like, some sort of, like, glowy, ethereal shit around it. That'd be the Master Sword. And then the Hyrule Shield I still need to work on. There is a shield I can get. I think it's a relic weapon, so I'm gonna have to do work for it. But there is a relic weapon, or a relic shield I can get that I can dye that looks a little bit like a Hyrule Shield, so I'm gonna have to work on that, but like, yeah, I don't know, I think this is just awesome, because it looks so, it's like, it's Link. I wish the neck didn't show up, the neck gear, but it is what it is until I upgrade. That'll just be hanging out. So yeah, the sword and the shield. The sword can stay, I can leave it like this and I'll be happy, but I would love to find a sword that looks more like, like something you'd find in Legend of Zelda. Something more like the Master Sword or something. There is this one sword called like the Fanged Claw or something. But unfortunately it was like a limited time, like a collab event or something. So unfortunately, I didn't get it, and I won't be able to. And then the shield, yeah, the shield, I'll figure out someday. But yeah, that's my Paladin, which I'm very stoked about. I think it looks so cool, because it really does look like Link. It's like crazy how much that looks like Link. All credit to the Eorzea collection for this, because I saw somebody else running it, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. But I didn't take note of what they were wearing. I was in a dungeon, so I was like focused on other things. And then, so yeah, when I was working on my Paladin, I was just like, it's gotta be like an easy, it's gotta be like a low-level glam, and it was. The most expensive thing was the hat, and it was like 200k on my local market board. And that's basically it. That's basically everything. That's everything I've been working on. Oh, my Fisher and Botanist are like level 80, and then I just got my Leatherworker to like. That's what I'm working on right now. He's level 45, or she's level 45. And yeah, I'm working on the level 45 quest right now. I do have a couple more dailies to do, pellets, old goat horn, oak lumber. So I need a lot of raptor leather. The most annoying thing about leveling. What are you complaining about? He's got nothing to complain about, and yet he always finds a reason to complain. The most annoying thing, or kind of like the lamest part about leveling your crafters is just like 90% of it is just buying the stuff you need. I just wish, I don't know, the early levels at least it's more affordable because like a lot of the stuff, like you honestly don't even need to craft for like the first 40 levels. You can literally like any quest that needs you to craft something, you can literally go buy from a vendor. And then just bring them. You don't even need to get the materials and then craft. It's crazy. I mean, I probably could buy this stuff, but actually, yeah. Let's see if raptor fingerless raptor skin 30,000. We'll see. Raptor leather. And then Sacrificed ninja. Yeah, I don't know. I just like haven't had the aha moment of like the class makes sense to me now. It's just I don't know, and I don't know that I'm gonna have it. Usually it's happened by the time I hit level 50 and I'm past level 50. I just don't get this class at all. Could also just be like the way I have the class set up. Like maybe my hotbar like doesn't make sense, but I think like that attack only does like what 180 potency damage, so it's like it's a lot of build up to weave in like a not very potent attack, but I don't know. I don't know. Monk still just doesn't make sense to me. Hopefully I'll get it because I'm leveling it, but I'm really trying to focus on Paladin right now because I want all of my tanks and healers to be level 100. And Paladin makes sense. I mean, all the tanks basically feel the same, just with small little tweaks between the two, or between the four. I don't obviously have a full view of what Paladin is going to feel like at level 100, but I feel like it feels like the other tanks do. It doesn't feel like it's reinventing the wheel as far as tanks are concerned. Not that Monk feels like it's necessarily reinventing the wheel by any means, but like, I don't know. I don't get it at all. Oh wow, using the limit break there is actually pretty smart. I actually really do not hate that at all. I'm a big fan of using limit breaks. It feels like people just do not use them as much as they should. So anytime somebody uses a limit break, I'm happy because more often than not, I'll go through an entire duty and people just haven't used their limit break, and it's kind of, I don't know, that's just like I can understand like messing up mechanics and stuff like that, but like you have just like free DPS. All you gotta do is push a button or click a key. I could click, I usually always have it set to control 4. I usually always still just click it because, like, I don't know. specific region of Africa that accent is from, but I hope saying just like African accent isn't offensive. Because it might not actually even be African. He might be from like Haiti or like one of the Caribbean isles too. So it's like I have no idea, but hopefully you know the video I'm referencing there. But I've never been good at accents, so. Something I've been getting into is Balatro. If nobody has played Balatro, it is absolutely addicting. I'm not a big fan of like poker and like playing cards. I find really boring, so I was like very turned off by it. But man, oh man, like I love to Slay the Spire, and it's really funny because like I was like Slay the Spire is perfect because it's like a deck builder and stuff, but it it doesn't rely on stuff like playing cards, which I find really boring. It has these like cool fantasy elements, whatever. And I loved Slay the Spire. I thought Slay the Spire was like a really good game. Balatro is so good. And again, that's somebody who doesn't like poker hands and stuff like that. It is incredible. Highly recommend everybody go play. It is really, really fun and good game. So yeah, if you haven't, it's only like $10 on your phone, and I think it's like $14 on. How the hell did I just die? Is that thing like a? I don't know that I've ever died from that thing before. That's funny. It's like $10 on your phone, and maybe like if I looked it up on console, I think it's like $14. It was so good. I bought it on my phone, and then I was thinking about buying it on console. If it was $10 on console too, I probably would have, but it was 15, so I was like, I have it on my phone. If I really, really want to play someday, I'll buy it. But for now, just on my phone is fine. But Balatro, very, very fun. Deck builder, and it's like a deck builder, and the focus is like creating poker hands. So if full house, straight, all that stuff, two of a kind, all that stuff, three of a kind, four of a kind, blah blah blah. Royal flush. So it's like based around doing that. And I don't know, I'm having just like a blast with it. It's so fun, very addictive. And I am hopefully, for those of you who are fans of Magic the Gathering, I should be going back to my local game store soon to start playing again. With the printing of Bolt Wave, I think I might want to play some Burn again. Hopefully there will be some bans. That will, I mean, at the very least, when things get banned and the meta isn't well defined, Burn usually does well because people are trying to figure out their shit and they don't really plan for Burn, and Burn can kind of do well in that environment. So I'm hoping that that'll be the situation. I can hop in, maybe catch some good wins with Burn, and then do whatever. But that, and yeah, I'm gonna try to get some living end games in. But again, the version of living end that I play is like really suboptimal. But it's fun. But I'm just, I don't know. I kind of wanna try out Burn now that it has some extra new tech. So yeah, I'm probably not doing any more like pack openings. Like the only way I'd ever do pack openings is if I can find a way to finance them through some other means. because I'm not spending any of my own money on Magic the Gathering products for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. Um, I might have already talked about this, but like, I have a sense that like the game is moving in a direction I'm not very happy with, and that's not to say it's bad, and that necessarily. I don't like, and you know, I'm definitely kind of a hypocrite because, like, so basically they're doing like every other set is going to be a Universes Beyond thing. I'm just not a big like Universes Beyond guy, like, or Marvel, whatever. Well, I guess I am. It depends on what universe it is. Like Final Fantasy, I'll probably buy the shit out of that product. But like, you know, Marvel, Spider-Man, and all that stuff. Like, there's a lot of nerd culture that I'm not a part of or a fan of. So, and I think Magic has a really cool, like, universe in and of itself. Seeing less of that, I think, is kind of tragic. I liked that Magic was kind of its own game, and it was fun, you know, seeing things that you liked from other intellectual properties introduced into Magic, but like, for half of all printed material and, you know, all printed stuff to be borrowed intellectual property is lazy, I think. Ooh, whoops. I think it's lazy. Not really. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't feel inspired, I guess is the better word. It's not necessarily lazy so much as it just doesn't feel very inspired. It's cool that like people, and I am kind of playing both sides here because I do think it's cool, and I mean it'll be good for you know, Hasbro's profit margins for sure, but I think it's good that players are going to be able to play with the cards that they like. You know, they'll be able to play with their Iron Man and Wolverine and Spider-Man and what have you, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not gonna like the idea of sitting across from somebody who's like casting, you know, a version of Lightning Bolt that's like from Iron Man's gauntlet or something, you know, like, that's a stupid example, but like, you get what I'm saying. And like SpongeBob, I don't know, it's just kind of not my vibe. I do like, I will say this, I do like what they did with Foundations, where they're having, like, the Foundations part of Standard for 5 years. You can kind of see the mentality there, where, like, they want something, like, to make Standard more popular, and Standard's probably not very popular, because by the time somebody, like, finds a deck they like, the format is rotated, so like this will give players more of an opportunity to find a deck they like and that they could potentially stick with. You know, Foundations cards will kind of help be the glue that keep archetypes together in Standard for at least a little while. So I do like that idea, but like other parts of the game, like the Universes Beyond, I think are where Magic is kind of suffering, and that those are kind of the things that I want to avoid, and the reasons I'm kind of taking a step back. That, and financially, the game has gotten to a point where it is really, really, really hard to keep up financially with the game. Like, between bannings and just like everything else, and like between bannings and the amount of cards that they print, and the value of those cards that get printed, and like there's just ever increasing value of packs, all this other stuff. Just financially, I can't do it. It's not like, it was hard. It was like, it was an investment when I started, and now with like inflation, I don't make a ton of money, you know, and all this stuff. Like, it's just, I can't do it financially. So it's like, the game is moving in directions that I don't necessarily enjoy or support. And that's not to say I think it's bad for the game or I think it's a bad thing. I am just not about it, and that's okay. You know, if you disagree with me, I totally see your point of view. You don't need to tell me I'm stupid or that I need to, not be an idiot. I totally see where you're coming from. I just don't like it, and it's okay that we have differing opinions. I respect where you are coming from. If you do love all the Universes Beyond stuff, that's great. It's just not for me. So if you want to call me an idiot, call me an idiot about something else. Hopefully I've belabored that point enough. But 23%, that's not good. What does this do? 47. Damn. Please. What? It was 82%. Why iota? This isn't gonna make it, probably. Yes! Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Made everything that we need. I can't believe we failed on the 82% one. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about Magic, but, hopefully, I don't really know what kind of content I can make, if it's not pack opening videos. I mean, that was all kind of a very belabored point to say, like, I can't really make, pack opening videos anymore. So I don't really know what kind of Magic content I can make besides, like, updates of, like, hey, you know, I played at my local game store and these are how the games went. I can't really show off my collection anymore because, like, I've already shown you guys my collection. So I don't know, like, I don't know what else there is to do. So if anybody here is a fan of the channel and is specifically a fan of the Magic content that I make, which I do, I do like it. I don't know what I can do with Magic anymore. So please, if you have any ideas or anything that you'd like to see that is Magic related, let me know, because I'd love to some ways continue making content, because I love the game and I loved making content for that game, but I just don't. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, that's Magic. Been playing a lot of Balatro. I've been playing a lot of this since the injury. Um, Basically, what happened was I was playing in a game, and there was a player there who was a very good player, better than probably most people on the ice, myself included. Um, we were winning, and I think he was getting frustrated, so he was kind of like playing a little showy, um, like trying to like show off and like show everybody that everybody knew he was better, but I think he got kind of insecure and felt like he had to like show people he was better. So like to start kind of curtailing that, I played against him a little bit harder than I would. I mean, I'm not like trying to hurt him or anything, but like, like using my body and like, if he's trying to skate around me, actually, at least trying to catch up to him and lift his stick and get the puck away from him. On one of my attempts, I succeeded. He got very upset that a lowly beer league player like me could beat him in his own game. And he basically like leg locked me, and then basically, I don't know where my stick was, but he was basically holding it, and then kind of we were like stuck together, and we were gliding towards the boards. He was behind me, I was in front of him, and yeah, he just kind of, we collided into the boards, and as we hit the boards, he like drove his stick into my back, which pressed my rib up against the glass, and I think something must have happened, because after that game, and since then, my rib is really, has really hurt. I went and saw a doctor. It's contusion, and contusions are 4 to 6 weeks, and usually, pretty boring, and pretty shitty recovery, because there's not much, you can't wear a cap, it's like your ribs, right? The main thing that we're keeping an eye on is just to make sure that, like, one, they weren't broken. It was, I don't know that, I can't really remember what my doctor said, but I think he said it was like a contusion, not a fracture, like it's not broken. It's just like bruised or something. But yeah, like, okay, 1529. Okay. The one thing I hate about leveling stuff is you just always have stuff to get rid of. Because you always have to get, like, you always get new gear, blah, blah, blah. It fills up your armory chest. Like, nobody's business. I'm probably not going to be playing too much longer, because there is a reset coming up. They got to do maintenance as they implement another patch. Actually, how long have I been recording for? Oh, this has been 46 minutes, and the other one was probably like, well, I could play for a little, or I can record at least for a little bit longer. So, yeah. Level 46, I guess I can check out. I can check out what the level 45. Whatchamacallits. I can check out the level 45 it was just taking forever to do dailies. So I switched data centers. Basically leave quests. You can just, yeah, leave quests. You just buy the equipment. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but like, I don't know. It's way less complicated to just like go somewhere, buy something, and then complete the leave quest, you know? Raptor skin, smithies, gloves. The one thing I don't like about this is how much running I have to do. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's right, I can't accept it again. So. 48. Leave quests are definitely like really good ways to level your. And actually, you know what I should do? And I should have done from the beginning if. Well, 18 hours. There are things you can buy from your grant company that increase XP, at least for gatherers. I wonder if they should have. I would assume they have the same thing for crafters. Is it these guys? Engineering, yeah, yeah. Level 50 and above. Oh my god, I'm a son of a bitch. Yeah, these manuals increase XP that you receive under a certain level. So I should have been using these the whole long. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have now. And I'll just pop it, why not? Oh, she's out in Mordona. Oh, that's right, yeah, it was the level 41 that was out in Late Brim. Which is Carthus Central Islands. So yeah, if you're leveling crafters, make sure, especially depending on the level, definitely make sure that you use those manuals. It'll give you an 18-hour buff, and there's basically, it's either you have 18 hours or you max out on the amount of experience you can receive. I think it like maxes out at, it might have actually told me, but it maxes out at a certain level. So like, you might have 18 hours and then just see it disappear, and it's because you already received the max amount of XP that it can give you. But yeah, always if you're doing crafting or gathering, always use those because they're insane amounts of XP buffs. Also, something I just figured out. This ring, Neophyte's ring. If you go to Western, so Neophyte's ring, it basically boosts XP level 60 and below. If you go to the Lenosia, Western Lenosia, if you go to the Hall of the Novice, and do the first 3 tactical exercises, once you're done with them, it gives you that ring, and that, like, it's, this ring stacks with this earring, so this earring you would get with the Dawn Trail, if you bought the Dawn Trail expansion early, if you pre-ordered it, they stack together, so you'd get plus 30, that's plus 60 extra XP, below 60, or at least that, that's when this ring is effective. And then if you have any other pre-order bonus, XP boosts, it would stack with them. So, gotta look everywhere you can to get free XP. That's just for combat classes, though. I wish, if anybody knows of any, like, crafting, gathering items like that, I'd love to know. Hopefully with my buff and taking this last one, max level my Fisher Botanist, and it would be nice if I got one of my crafters to level 100, but having it level 50 is gonna help, I think, for the Zodiac weapons, because I think there's stuff I gotta make. I don't know. I'm at the part in the Zodiac weapons where I have to get a bunch of gear. I think most of it I can buy on the market board, but it's like expensive, and I don't want to spend a lot of money. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for sticking around. Yeah, y'all mean a lot to me. Even just having people to talk to, and or at least listen is nice. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening.